can sit down and blame everyone and everything every day, right? A lot of people do that. But that doesn't help. We just have to pick up the flag, pick up the ball, and take care of it. And when you do that, because you care, you get that little tiny reward inside of you that push you forward, make you happy when you go home. Teamwork. There's nothing like teamwork, because that's the time that you bring the relationship. That's the time, again, to have the opportunity and privilege to feel the same way, to have that shared experiences with your team also. It's not just between you and your patient. When you have your friends around you to work together, you have the opportunity to create that relationship and that trust, that bi-directional highway, to be able to have the same feeling and experiences. It's like an orchestra, right? That everybody plays a similar song, but when they play it together with harmony, it's so beautiful. It's so incredible, right? The sound of symphony is so beautiful. So that's what you do every day. So you help each other, and that will make a huge difference in our culture. So I put this slide because it's not about being positive at all the time. In fact, if you have a fake smile and walk around and ignore all the negatives in your life, it actually has a reverse effect on you. And I've seen people do that in my close friends, that they're not healthy people. You have to understand the negatives. You have to understand there's so much struggle every day. It's not easy at all. It's hard. But that's the humanity, right? We want that challenge, because otherwise life is going to be very boring. Getting up every morning and going to the work and come home and do the same thing every day without having a little challenge in our lives, getting engaged and accomplish something, that's part of a full life. That's part of happiness. We need that little challenge. You need to understand the negatives that happens every day. Every day. Every day when you come to work, there are so many negatives. You understand it, you understand it, but don't latch on it and let it go. Try to solve it, use your creativity, and that's called a challenge. Every day, that's medicine. Medicine, these things that you do every day, it's a challenge. Challenge with creating connection with your patient, understanding their problems, solving their problems, solving the problems with your friends at work, with administration. How can you deal with pressure from up there, of learning all these things and changing everything all of a sudden, new policies and procedures? How can we deal with that every day? The only thing you can do it is with here and with here. That's the only thing. Changing your mindset, understanding the value of what you do, and then try to absorb those negatives, see the positivity in them, not ignore them, try to solve them. And you can do it because you are so powerful. You are so powerful. Humans are very powerful. Our mind is incredible. We can do it. And throughout the day, we really have to be patient. We have to be patient, and we have to be generous. And generosity with our patients and with our friends, it's not a financial or social transaction. It's not like I'm gonna do this for you and you have to do this for me. The meaning of generosity is I do this for you because I like you and I care about you and I don't expect anything. And if you do something for me, I'm going to be very grateful. That's what the generosity means. And if we have this culture in this hospital that everyone be generous, then we have accomplished something incredible. And be grateful. Be grateful means, again, whether you believe the higher level or believe the evolution, it doesn't really matter. It's not about religion or spiritual here, right? It's about humanity. You go outside, and I do that once in a while, and I look at the sky sometimes, and I love the blue color of the sky. That's why I wear blue all the time, right? Because I love it. You look at the sky, and you take a couple deep breaths, and you see to yourself how massive this world is, and the fact that you are alive and you're breathing, and so many things happen that you are healthy and you're here, present at this moment. It's incredible. And then you be grateful for that. You be grateful because you are part of a system that has meaning of helping others to get absolutely a reward. For people who sell cars, or the lawyers that they have to do negative things all the time, right? It's so hard to explain to them about the meaning of life. But for us, it's so easy. We do something incredible for others. Everyone talks about you gotta find the why. You gotta find the why. Why do you live? What is the meaning of life? And all of these things. But we already have that privilege. We went to a medicine, learn things to be part of the system, to help each other. And that already helped us to be grateful. So it's all about creating a culture. Creating the culture in this hospital, and hopefully in the future, other hospitals. But I want to tell you something. When you change your attitude about life in the hospital, it will change your character. And it happened to me. It happened to me. Because when I started studying 3 years ago, the reason I did that is because I felt something missing in my life. I felt so much stress. I remember in the operating room sometimes my heart rate, I could feel my heart is coming out of my body. I was so much stressed in the operating room. Every little thing bothered me. Every little thing had a meaning of injustice in my mind. It was hard. There was so much negatives. And I wanted to do the best, but sometimes you couldn't. So these negative emotions inside of me, hurting me every day. But changing my attitude, understanding the value of what I do, creating that more deep connection with my patients and people around me, changed me. And it will do that. Feeling those emotions, those little rewards that whether creator or evolution put it in your mind and brain, it will change your character in the future. And that's what I want you to tell me next month. Because at the end of the day, before you go home, when you go to the car, I want you to do another thing. Again, close your eyes, just take 3 deep breaths, calm down your nerve. Just remember those little tiny experiences that you have with your patient or your colleagues at work. Rewind those little tiny memories in your brain. And you can see that you have a smile in your face. And the other thing you do, you go home, you do your thing, whatever you have to do, deal with your kids and your spouses and cook the dinner and whatever. But at the end, before you go to sleep, when you close your eyes, just 1 minute, remember a few moments of that human experience that you had with your colleague and your patients. And then you can see how you will be different. Now, the idea behind it is is to calm you down. It improves your vagal system. These are not voodoo, spiritual, whatever. These are scientific evaluation of human mind, right? That we can calm down ourselves. And then you can be more mindful about what's going on in your life, what's around you, and you see actually more beautiful things around you, okay? And the last thing I want to say is to share these moments with others. That's the whole point of having these conversations. These are not a wasting time thing. These are for you to share with your friends again. So for the next month when we come, I want to see 3 times of people here again. And it's not to listen to what I say, it's about the real thing. Because these are all common sense, right? These are all common sense. But common sense is not always a common practice, right? It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So we wanted to be a good human being. I really appreciate every one of you guys to come here.